Hello everyone, Amy with Campbell Creations, and today I am using Sam's Bead Box for July 2025, which is Shoreline Stroll. And I'm going to make a necklace. I'm excited about this necklace. It's going to be an easy project, but I think it's really going to make a statement. It's going to be elegant, a little bit rustic, a little beachy, of course, vibe to it, and I'm excited about, well, what I think it's going to turn out to be. So what I'm using today from the box is the beautiful fancy Jasper coins. I love these guys, so I picked out some that's kind of the color variation that I'm looking for. And I love these shell beads. I think they make such a statement. They're so simple, yet elegant, yet just statement worthy. I love them. I'm using all of those. I'm also using the little 3.5 millimeter fancy Jasper beads that came in between those coin beads. So we're going to be pulling those in. I have one of our beautiful focals. Love this so much. I already have an idea for the other one, so stay tuned for that. I almost had to toss a coin to decide which one of the necklaces I was going to do first using these. So super happy about that. From my stash, I have pulled in just some bead caps here. I have some chain, head pins. I have some little disc spacers here, these little gold ones. I have some little bitty antique bronze daisy spacers and 3mm bead caps. I've also pulled in a couple of these little bitty rondelles that I have, and they are the mother of pearl and shell rondelles we're going to be incorporating in here, and just some of my closures. Okay, I have a little bit of chain. This chain's over here because it's still on the spool. I don't know how much I'm going to use of it, so I just have it still connected to the spool, and we'll take what we need of that. So I think what I'm first going to start with is, well, we are using some stringing wire. We're going to use Soft Flex Medium Fluorite Color for that. I have this cut to about 9-10 inches. Nope, I went longer than that. This is about 12-13 inches. Okay, so I'm going to set that aside for just now, and I have some 20 gauge gold wire that we're going to use for our pendant to make a bail and a little connection for that pendant. I was really back and forth on how I wanted to hang this guy, and a lot of options were floating around, but I think this one is going to be good. It's just going to be elegant, simple, and I don't want to overtake him. I mean, there's just so much beauty to be had just in this piece. I could just pop a little bail on the top and be good, and it's just gorgeous. I absolutely love it. Love it, love it. So what we're going to do with it today is I'm first going to take this wire. I have it cut to 5 inches, and I want it to be flush cut at least on one side. And I'm going to come in here with my round nose pliers, and I'm going to make just a little loop here at the tip. So I'm going to come in here to the very tip top of it. I'm going to make a full simple loop. Okay, so we have that guy there. I'm then going to come in with my chain nose pliers, make sure that that's fully connected there. I'm going to hold on to this with my chain nose pliers and give some resistance with my thumb, and I'm going to roll this up a little bit. Now I'm not wanting the pliers to necessarily move on this here. I'm using my wrist and pressure from my thumb, but I definitely want a little bit of a hole here. I didn't want to close it in on itself. I want it to be simple, not too big, but something that's just going to give a little hold. I think that's good for me. It's about the size I'm looking for. I'm going to give it a little kickback, so I'm just going to put my pliers in here, give it a little bit of a kickback. Okay, make sure he's nice and flat. Now, from here, I'm going to make sure he's straight. I'm going to pop on some chain. I have this chain cut to about 16 links. I have all of my other chain that I did here. These are cut to 9. Okay, so I have links that's cut to 9 here, and then I have this longer one. I don't know if we're going to keep it this long, all right? But we're going to set this aside and we're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about it. I took some of our little fancy Jasper guys and some of my little spacers, and I just made some little dangles. We're gonna make some more dangles here to connect. Now, I'm gonna connect some of these now, but I'm gonna leave a bit of a tail because I don't know how long I want this to be. That's one thing I just haven't really gotten yet. I don't know how long I want him to be, because in all actuality, I don't want to cover any of this guy. I love all of him. I don't want to cover any of him, but I really think we need to put a little something something to go on there. So from here, all I did was, you know, added a spacer, added one of our little 3.5, 3mm, 4mm guys, and then I used my one-step looper. So let's make just a couple more. Let's put them on there and see what we think, see how much fuller maybe we want it or don't want it, or whatever the case is. I do think I want to add one of these to one of them, so I might just stick this down in here right at the bottom. And I don't think I want anything else on him. Maybe I'll do a little seed bead. I have some little cream colored seed beads from my stash that I pulled in here. Yeah, that's good enough. Again, I do not want too much on this guy. I don't want too much. Come in here with my one-step looper, put him all the way in there. Let's give him a little pull back because I want him to be right there at the end. And I'm just going to give a little loop. See, I was a little easier on him. A little easier on him. Come in here and close him up. He kind of wanted to move on me there. There we go, just a little guy. One more. Let's move this. Let's come in with, let's go with one of our little disc spacers here. And let's do one of these little green fancy jaspers. I love these were incorporated in between those coin beads. Smart, so smart. I love it. I was like, oh, look at these guys. That works out perfect. Okay, I'm gonna come in here all the way. Give my little kick back here. Yeah, I got that one closed all the way. Okay, and then I just want to attach some of these. So if I was to come in here with my 20 gauge wire and grab a hold of this top loop here, see how far down he hangs? If this was on here, how far down would he hang? Yeah, I don't think I want him to go that far. Let's do this. I know now I'm going to cut him a little bit. I'm going to bring him down to about here. So how many links do I have left? I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. About 11 links. I think that'll be good. Let's go ahead and connect some of these guys to it. Kitty cat. I'm telling you, isn't it funny how kitty cat hair can make itself onto anything? Anything. So I'm just going to pop him on one of those links. Close that up. Grab our next guy. And right now, I'm not choosing, you know, how many. I just want them to be separated at least by one link, because then we'll look at it and we'll see how full we actually want it. Oh, come up here. Close him up. You know, I have a couple of these, none that are as stunning as the two that we got in this box. I mean, the colors and the gleam of the shell is just impeccable on both of the focals that I received in my box. I mean, just impeccable. So I was super excited to use them. I think I'm going to put this one with the shell on the very bottom. There's that bottom loop right there. Make sure he's closed all the way. Let's take a peek so far. See how we just have a couple little guys there hanging? I like it. I like it. I like it. So we'll pop these other two guys on. Then we will get our focal going and get this necklace going. I love this because I think this necklace can be worn either dressed up or dressed down. And that's one of my favorites, is I can wear it with jeans. I can wear it with work attire. I can wear it going out. It's my favorite kind of jewelry. Something I don't really have to think about. It just goes. It goes with me wherever I'm going, whatever I'm doing. One more. Trying to look and see if there's maybe a spot. I might stick him right here in the center. Or maybe no. I want him right up top. There he goes. Okay, so we have an extra link up here. That's our tippy top link. Grab a hold of him. And this is what I'm going to connect on my wire. Okay, so I'm going to come through this with my wire. And I'm going to take this wire then, and I'm going to go through the top of our pendant. Because what I want to do from here is I'm just going to pop this guy up. I just want him to be a little something something on the top. It kind of holds it. Doesn't matter if it's facing up or down. Then it has just a little bit of something coming down from it, right? And actually, I think he'd look good just like that. So from here, I'm just coming up from the back, pulling him straight up, pulling him straight up. So you see, we just have a little something there. Not too much going on because I really want him to shine. So I'm going to do a wrapped loop up here, and our pendant is going to be done, my friends. That's it. That's it. We're going to connect it directly to the necklace, and I don't want any extra embellishments up here. None of that. Okay, I'm just going to do a simple wrapped loop. Up and over and around. Didn't want him to have too big of a neck. We're going to go around just a few times until we snuggle in on top of where that shell is. So I have 3. That looks about right. Make sure he's good and straight. Clip him off in the back here. We'll cinch him up. Easy, easy. And just kind of elegant and cute. I like it. I like it. So we're going to set him to the side. What I'm going to be doing with that is here, before I come down to the focal area, and I'm going to be using a couple of these in the focal area, let's talk about how we want to utilize these beads. And I'm really wanting to pull from these without adding too much. I didn't want a bunch of extras, none of that, okay? And I think coming off of our bail, we're going to start with these. I think we're going to start with them and end with them. And I think we're going to do chain on the top. So I do think on each side of that, I want one of my little 3-4 millimeter antique bronze bead caps. Just little guys. Just something to give a little pop there at the end. You could use 11O seed beads for this. You could use some of your little disc spacers for this. But you see it just gives that little peak there at the end. Not too much going on, just that little peak. Okay. And then I want to pull in some of our fancy jasper. So with this fancy jasper, I'm wanting to, first, I want to give a little bit of pop with gold. So I'm going to put in one of these little disc spacers. And then I'm going to come in here with one of our chain links that's cut to 9 little links. Okay, 9 little links, and let's see how long it is. Just over ½ inch. Just over ½ inch for that. I'm going to come on one side. I'm going to grab that one side end link. I'm going to put one of our fancy jasper on here. And then I'm going to lay this down, and I'm going to come in with my beading wire, and I'm going to grab the end of that link. Pull it right on up through. Then we're just going to have that little statement going across the bead. It's going to look so cute. It's going to be so cute. It's not going to be overdone. It's just going to give a little something something to it, and I like that. I'm going to do another one of our gold spacers, and then we're going to come right back in with one of our shells. It's going to be as simple as that. Simple as that. I didn't want too much going on here. I wanted each of these beads and each of these things to just have their own little statement, own little pop. It makes me happy like that. So cute. So cute. So then we'll just come back in here with a disc spacer. I'm going to grab one of my little chain links. Grab one end, pop it on. Okay, let's see, which color do I want next? We'll go with this guy. Oh, look at that. Just beautiful. Absolutely stunning. I love fancy jasper. I love the variety of colors it has. I love how it's just stunning. I think all of the combination of it, it's just absolutely stunning. And looky here. So pretty. So pretty. So we're going to do another one of these discs. And then we're going to end this side out with one of our shells. Nice little bead cap there. So here is one side. Beautiful. We'll bring in this focal, and then we'll do that other side. So with this focal, what I'm thinking is I have these little bead caps that I got, and I got these on Amazon. And there's a big combo pack that has bigger ones and littler ones, but I just like these little guys here. I like the little pop that they had on them, and I think they're going to look really cool as a bail. So from here, I think I'm going to bead cap him. And do I? Yeah, I want to bead cap him. Just to give a little something to the end. Okay, so that's what we're looking at here so far. We have that kind of double bead cap situation going on there. But I want to kind of fill that cavity. Okay, so I'm bringing in just a couple seed beads because I don't want him to have too much wiggle room. I don't want him wiggling back and forth. So I'm just going to pop 2 of these little seed beads in here. And they'll settle up into the cavity of it. They're just going to go right up in there. And then I want to pull in one of these shell rondelles. And this one, oh weird, this one's round. He's not a rondelle. Here's a little rondelle. So I'm going to pop one of these on. I think that's super cute. And I think I'm going to bead cap the bottom of him. Right? Isn't that just so cute? Super cute, I think. Super cute. So from here, I think in the center I'm wanting to put, I'm trying to decide if I want to put a couple of these or not. And I don't think so. I think we're going to have enough gold going up and around. We have gold on our pendant itself. So I'm going to put just 2 of these guys on here, just to kind of set underneath our focal. And then I'm going to pop him on. Pop this pendant right on here. This is what we're going to be looking at. So cute, so cute. Okay, so on this other side, I'm just going to come right back in, doing the same thing here. So I'm going to do bead cap facing away. I'm going to do one of our rondelles. couple of those seed beads just to fill in the gap in this bead cap. Pop him on. And that is beautiful, right? Just a little something. It's not too much going on. I like that. I like that. So I want to bead cap the top of that. Then we're going to go right into the same series. Simple, right? But oh, so pretty. I just love how that chain kind of follows it up with those deep pops there of that antique bronze. Love it. Love it, love it. So then we're going to do another bead cap. Bead cap this guy here. Then we'll pull him down here. Let's pull him down here like so. So we'll do one of our disc spacers. Then we'll come in with one of these chains. Grab that end. Pop him on. Let's do, ooh, look at him. That's beautiful. So beautiful. Pop him on. Grab the other end of that chain, come up and through. So pretty. And we'll just come right back in with one of our shells. I love that this box allows me and us to go so many different directions, you know, with the sea glass and those bright color pops, and then these and how exquisite these beads are. I mean, it just gives us so many design options. That just is happiness to me, absolute happiness to me. And that's why I have so many different designs in my head for this that I'm like, oh, which one do I want to do first? Which one? Which one's second? Which one's third? It's going to be a busy month with Sam's Bead Box this month again, because it is just gorgeous. It's inspiring. Now he wants to go on the back side, so I'm going to loosen him up a little bit. There we go. Bring him to the front. Okay. Do another disc spacer. And then we're just going to end with one of these. And actually, I have two more. We'll do another. We'll go up a little bit higher. That works. I like it. Size though, because I could use those other two and we could make some earrings. So here's what we're looking at. See, those will turn, not a biggie. Just beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Loving that. Actually, I am going to go up another one. I love these fancy jasper with their little chains on them. Okay, so we'll go ahead and we'll do this. And then we'll pop on another one of our links. And then let's go back in for the green on these. Love it. Grab a hold of that end link, pop him through. Pretty. Look at this one. Oh, beautiful. Okay, then we'll do the same over here. So we'll get one of those disc spacers on. grab one of our chain links. Fancy jasper. Grab the end of that link, pop it up through. Disc spacer, and then one more of these beauties. And what I'm thinking is the connection that we're going to have between our focal strand and the chain, I think I'm going to do the same kind of situation here with these. Kind of pop them up on top. I think that'll be beautiful. I think that'll be beautiful, and I think it'll be a great way to end that. So let's grab this bead cap. Okay. Now, from here, I'm going to go ahead and bead bug this one side just to make sure that we're good. And then we'll come over here. We'll see how we want to end this off. So I'm wanting this to be pointed down, I think. Okay. And so with that, I think I'm going to need another bead cap just to snuggle up to our little rondelle. A couple of these to fill that space in the bead cap. Pop him right on. I like it. I like it. So cute. So cute. Okay, so I'm going to bead cap the top of that. And then we'll close this side off. Just a little something, something. I like him. I like him up there. Okay, so I have my clamshell connector here. I'm going to put him on and get one of our crimp tubes. Go ahead and bring that crimp tube up towards the top. Just give me extra room on the other side. Close him off. Bring him up. And close him off. So we'll slide all these down. Make sure we're good there with all of that. Let gravity help us there. But we also want to make sure that we have plenty of room. So we need to get on here, we need to get bead cap facing away. It's going to cup the bottom of our little rondelle. A couple of those little seed beads to fill that space. Our bead cap. And a cap for the bead cap. Oh, so nice. That is just so pretty. So pretty, so simple. It has that bit of elegance to it. Got our clamshell on there and our crimp tube. So again, I'm just making sure we're all snugged up here. Yeah, we let gravity do that, but we wanted to make sure and wind him up so that he has movement. Then I'm just going to come in here and crimp this one down. Get down in there and clip him off. And close this up. Oh, he's sideways in there. He's still sideways in there. There he goes. All right. We'll close this up. And this is what we're looking at. Oh, isn't that just pretty? Just pretty, pretty, pretty. Okay, so let's move this stuff up. We'll get some chain on him and close him up, but we need to see how much we need. So let's bring all these guys up a little bit. Let me test this. Oh yeah, we're not going to need too awful much chain. And what's our length at here? Let's see where we're at there. So we have 6 to the top of him. Okay, so we're at about 16 right now. Not too bad. Let's see how much chain I'd want for that. Not too much. Get her measured out. Get this halved. Actually, let's measure this real quick. Six. 12, so total we'd be looking at about 25, 26 inch, because I want this to come down a little bit, not too much, not too much. Let's get this in half. And I don't have a center guy, so we're going to take off 2 at the bottom. Both of these guys. Here's one. Come back in and make sure which side we need to grab that other one from. This guy. Love that. Okay, so I got out some oval jump rings and a little lobster claw clasp, so we will get that going. And then my first necklace is done, and I love it. I love it, I love it. This morning, actually I would do both of them, but it is Monday morning and I will have work this morning, but I couldn't wait. I couldn't wait. I had to get going on this because I was so excited about them. I just love them. I love this month's box again. Just so good. And you know, if you have never shopped at Sam's Bead Shop, if you've never gotten a Sam's Bead Box, your first box or the first time you shop there, you could get $5 off by using code Amy5. $5 off on your first Sam's Bead Box. You can't beat that. You can't beat that. It is quality. Czech glass, gemstones. It's just happy stuff every month. Every month. Happy, happy stuff. When I saw the name of what the box was, what the theme was for this month, on the outside of the box before the unboxing, I was like, oh, yes. Put that on. Yeah. Close them up really well. And we have this other side. And you know what? I think I've got enough time. You want to do 2 takes? Let's do 2 takes. I'll make the other one as well, and we will knock that out, and we will get this going. Because I do believe I have time. Oh, I love this one. I just love it. So here we are. These here will turn around. I love these. Love these, love these. And our little bale down here with our cutesy little tassels hanging. Love that. Can't go wrong. Well, then in that case, my friends, let me get the other one together here and we'll get it knocked out. You want to? All right, let's go. And here we are for our second necklace. All right, so we are pulling in the other beautiful pendant, and all I have done is put a textured jump ring on top. That's all I want for its bail. Very simple. I don't want anything coming in front of him. Okay, so we're going to set him aside, and I have 2 pieces here of soft flex satin silver color and fine, and I have them cut at 19 inches. Okay, so we're going to be using both of these, and I think it's kind of cool what I'm going to do with it. So to start off, what we're going to be doing is popping on our beautiful pendant. Okay, so we're going to put both of these through, bring that pendant down to the center. Okay, so I'll flop him around here. And on either side here, just to kind of butt up against where that little bail is, I'm going to put couple of our little disc spacers. So I brought in some gold disc spacers from my stash, some of the bronze, a couple different kinds of seed beads here, some gold and some cream, and then from there we are using the 6mm Amazonite, these beautiful tile beads. I love these guys so much. And then our Sakura agate. Okay, what we have left of that in those creamy blends. I think I have one other one in that creamy blend, but I'm going to put on just a little disc spacer on each side. So we'll pop both of those through there. And then we'll put one of our little bronze as well. So we'll pop one of those on there. We'll do that for each side here. And so it's just going to give that little something something on both sides of that bail. So we'll do that here on this other side. We'll pop both those strands through there. And then we'll do the same with our little bronze. Both strands. Then we're going to go right into our series for this necklace. Okay, so what I'm wanting to do is I'm wanting a bronze at the bottom of each of our Amazonite. So I'm going to set these aside. We're going to come in here with Amazonite, and we're going to put both strands through that Amazonite. And these are gorgeous little Amazonite. Love them. We're going to use them up here this morning. Okay, I'm going to top him with a bronze. So instead of using a bead cap, I'm using these little daisy spacers, kind of just as a little pop on top, but it doesn't cover any of that beautiful Amazonite. Okay, so here's where we're starting. And then from here, I'm going to separate those strands. Okay, and I'm going to separate the strands with our little tiles, because what I'm wanting to do is first on the strand that this tile is going on, I'm going to pop in one of our little gold seed beads, just as a pop on the bottom and top of that. So a seed bead, we're going to put him on. We'll top him with another seed bead. And again, he's just on that one strand. And then on the second strand, the one that's behind him, what I'm wanting to do here is I'm going to start with little gold. So I'm going to do a gold seed bead. I'm going to do 3 of our cream little seed beads. Gold in the middle. And then another 3 seed beads. And we'll end that out with gold. So what I'm thinking here is no matter which way this necklace kind of turns, okay, whether it's in the front, looking like this, cinch it up here, whether it's in the front, looking like this, or the back looking like this, or whether it flips around and those seed beads are in the back. Either way, you're going to have a beautiful design. So you have this or this. Okay. And for mine, I think I'm going to keep it in the back for right now. Okay. And I'm just going to pop an Amazonite right on top of it. So I'm going to do that bronze little daisy spacer. Just cinch those up. One of our Amazonite. And a bronze daisy spacer. Okay, so again, whether it's in the front or in the back, actually I think that looks pretty cute in the front. Yeah, because it pops from our focal there. I like it. I like it, I like it. Okay, so on one side here, I'm going to bring this up a little bit. And I'm going to, because once this gets in here, it's going to want to stay pretty cinched, okay, when we're going from double to triple strand. And I want these to be pretty even. So let me go ahead and take that moment to do that. Let's even them up. Okay, scooch him a little, scooch him a little, scooch him a little. Then we'll bead cap it to keep that spot. Okay, just one more little scooch, then we should be good there. So let's bead cap down here, or I mean bead bug down here, so that we know we're not going to have too much movement on that wire. I know I'm going to have that other half still sitting here waiting on me. Okay, and from here I'm going to, because we have that bronze there, I'm going to pop in a gold and then another bronze. Okay, so I'm going to come in here with both of my strands, pop on that gold, and then pop on one more bronze. Then we're going to put one of our beautiful, beautiful Curated agate. And I love these. Look at that. Is that not just stunning? So that way we have that extra little pop here right with him. Love it. And we're going to top it the same way. So from here, come in here with another bronze. Gold. And a bronze. I need to bring them a little closer, I think. Little bronze guy. Beautiful, right? We're going to come right into the same series. This is what we're doing as far up as we can go. Okay, so we will be able to do another 2 here. I know I have another one here. Yep, I do. So we'll do 3 of those on each side. So let's set these over here. We're going to come back in here with our Amazonite. So we'll do Amazonite, one of our little bronze seed beads, or daisy spacers. And then we're going to come into our tile. So with our tile, we're going to grab one of those strands. We're going to pop gold on our tile. And another gold. And then we're going to bring these down. Make it a little easier on me. Bring these down here a little bit. On the back one or the front one, we're going to do a gold with 3 of these guys, a gold in the middle, another 3 of our seed beads. We'll top it with gold. Bring them down, put an Amazonite on top. So with that Amazonite, we're going to have one of our bronze daisy spacers. Get him cinched down in there. We'll pop on one of our Amazonite. And one of our bronze spacers. I just love the thought of this where, you know, some could be in front, some could be behind. You could ensure that all are in front or all are behind. Either way, but no matter how this necklace turns, it's going to have that pop. Okay, it's going to have that pop, and I love that so much. So then from the top of this, we're going to come in for one of our Sakura agates. So we're going to add a little gold daisy spacer, followed by bronze. Just a little extra pop on the top and bottom of those. One of these beauties. And then the same thing on top. So we'll do bronze, gold, bronze. Bronze. Gold. Bronze. Beautiful. Look at that. Doesn't that just flow so nicely? And you know, I thought about doing some kind of Amazonite down here, but I just love the look of him. I love the look of him just like that. It's just gorgeous. It is absolutely gorgeous. So let's jump back in. Another Amazonite. Just a bronze on top of it. And then we're going to split those strands. We'll do another tile bead here. And actually, I have two for over here, and so we have one extra. So I think we're going to be ending here. That's what we're going to do. We'll end this one here. Oh, I love it. Love it. As far as this, what we're doing. Okay, so we're going to end this here. Let's come over to the other side and knock out these two that's down here. So we'll just flip her over. And then from this side, we are going to go with taking the bead bug off. Taking that bead bug off. We're going to come in here with Amazonite. One of our bronze spacers. Then we're going to split those strands for our tile. One of them is going to be our gold, our tile, and gold. Second strand is gold, 3 of our cream, gold in the middle, another 3 of our cream. We'll top that off with gold. Oh. Cinch this all down. We'll do one of our bronze and our Amazonite. So bronze goes all the way down, followed by our Amazonite. And I haven't decided on the top. Are we gonna just do Sakura agate with Amazonite or just Amazonite with spacers? That I don't know yet. Haven't decided on that. I just knew I wanted this series here because it makes me really happy. It makes me really happy. So you see you can flip those tiles and it just goes right out front. Okay, and that looks really cute. That looks really, really cute. So we're gonna get another one of these bronze daisy spacers. Then we're going to go in and be ready for our Sakura agate. So we're going to go ahead and add one of our gold, pop in that bronze, then we're going to add our Sakura agate to it. We're going to do that bronze, gold, bronze on top of it. Nice. See, isn't that just so cool? Then we'll come back in with our Amazonite. So on top of the Amazonite, we're just going to have one of our bronze daisy spacers. Then we're going to split that strand. We're going to put our last tile on. So we're going to do our gold tile and gold. And on the back, we're in here with our gold 3 cream, gold in the middle, 3 more of these guys. We'll end that out with gold. Get them cinched down good. We'll come right back in here with the bronze daisy spacer. How beautiful is that? I love because the deep darks in these tile beads pull out the deep darks in our focal here. Then we have the cream that pulls in with that and pulls in with this Sakura agate. And then you see those barely, like if it's teal, a little pops through here and this teal just pulls it all out. Makes me so happy. I love it. Okay, Amazonite. Little bronze pop on top of it. Then we're going for our Sakura agate. So for it, we need to add a gold and a bronze. Oh, look at that one. Then we'll top it that same way. So bronze, gold, bronze, Amazonite, and bronze. So here's where we are so far. And I love this. Just love this. Right? Absolutely beautiful. Beautiful. And here's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking that we use up some of our Amazonite and we do just little series. Okay, so we'll do Amazonite with the bronze. We'll bring that up a little bit farther and we'll see where we're standing. And we could, because we have 2 of these, you know, we could, from here, we could go another one of these without, of course, pulling in the tiles because we're out of those. We could do that. I think that'll look cool. That way we just have these down here in the focal area that's pulling in. Let's try it. Let's try it. So let's bring in a couple more of these. Okay, so we'll do one of the gold, another bronze, come right into one more Sakura agate. We'll top it that same way. So bronze, gold, come on, little gold guy. And then a bronze. Then we'll do an amazonite. And a bronze. Okay, so we'll pop this on the same way over here. So we'll add that gold, another bronze, Sakura agate, bronze, gold, and a bronze. Pop on our amazonite. And a bronze. Let's see what our length is. And maybe we'll just do an amazonite series going the rest of the way up, because we have still quite a few of these. So we could do 4, we could do 5 on each side. That'll bring us up a good amount. And then we can just do maybe chain right around the back of the neck, if we even need it right around the back of the neck, right? So let's see where we're at. Let's see where we are so far. That is just beautiful though. I'm really glad I'm doing both of these necklaces this morning, because it would have drove me crazy to have to wait. I had such a hard time trying to figure out which one to do. All right, so we're at 6 here. 7, okay. So right now we're at a total of 14, but when we're talking about around the neck, we are currently at about 10. We'll need more than that. So let's go ahead and do that amazonite. Okay, we'll do an amazonite spacer, disc spacer, amazonite disc spacer, and then we'll bring it up as far as we can go. So that'll be a cool way to get that up a little bit higher around the neck and not have to utilize so much chain. Then we get all the beady goodness. All the beady goodness. I think we get one more, right? Yep, one more. Ooh, I like that. I like. Okay, let's do that other side. Let's grab some more of these down here. Oh, it looks like we have a little broken guy. get this on here, and I'll put this up against me and see where we're looking at on our length. And one more. Oh, I think this is just gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. And I love the tiles stay down here at the bottom for that kind of focal section. Let's test this length. Yeah, I'll only need some chain around my neck. So I really, really like that. So let's get this out of the way. We'll use that same chain that we used in the other one. Woohoo. I forgot these guys were up there. I'm almost feeling a toggle for this one, you know, for this closure. And we'll get him all separated out in here in a little bit. Okay, so let me get out a couple crimp tubes. We'll close them off. So we'll get that clamshell over both. We'll pop our little crimp tube guy in here. Over both of those strands. And because this isn't going to want to move much, because of how we have this cinched in, I'm going to go ahead and just push this down, and then we'll verify that tightness on the other side. So I'm going to get him nice and squished in, cinched up good. Trim those off. Save those for later. Surely we can use those for something else. It's a nice good little piece. Okay, and so from here, I'm just wanting to make sure everyone's good and snug. So I'm going to kind of come through here, make sure we're down good, so we don't have gaps. And then I'm going to wind this up. We don't need him to be stiff. We'll pop on that clamshell. Get a crimp tube on there. Down in there good. And close him off. He's still a little long. Let's trim him a little more. Then we'll close him off. Look at that beauty. That is just good stuff. I love that. I love that, love that. So let's see how much chain I'm going to need. Not much. Okay, let's get him halved. Come in here and grab this one side. And grab the other side. See if we have a halfway down here. A little extra guy or not. Doesn't appear so. Oh, yep, we do. We do. That guy. Hold on, Jasper. Hold on, buddy. connected. I do think toggle for this one. I don't know why I'm feeling toggle, but I am absolutely feeling toggle. So let's see which one. These are cool. It's a little dark. Let's go with this one. Okay. Get out our pliers here. We'll get this connected. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful focals in this month's box. And we still have so many focal options still that's in this box for other necklaces and other pieces. I just am so happy. Using a big oval again. We need to fix that guy. I thought he looked kind of silly. There we go. Pop him on. And we'll pop that other one on. Then we will toggle him. Beautiful, beautiful. I just had something going on with wanting to have something in front of things this time around, I think. It wasn't like a thought about thing, it just so happened. That's the way it works, right? Oh, let's get him. Here. Make sure he's getting closed up there. Get that other side. Then it sounds like little man's ready to play. He went outside during the in-between of these two necklaces. And now he's like, play with me, play with me. Oops. Hold on, buddy. Hold on, buddy. Beautiful. Super, super happy. Super happy. So here's where we are with this one. So we have our Amazonite up top. And then we go into our series. And that is just so nice. So nice. Thank you guys for being here with me today. I appreciate you going through this, and I'm super happy we ended up doing both of these. I was really struggling with which one to do this morning, and so I'm super happy that we have both of them, and I still have time to put myself together for work. So I still have a lot going on. I have a lot of ideas for this box. So until we meet back here, my friends, I hope you have a fantastic day. Bye-bye.